America isn't fully capitalist anymore. We've become pretty socialist, actually. When people think of capitalism, they think America. But let me explain why we're actually pretty socialist. Now, without getting confused with the technical definition, let's look at socialism as the government controlling the means of production and redistributing the wealth. Whenever the government spends any money at all, they're secretly controlling the means of production. That may be confusing, but consider the government building a road. The government doesn't do it themselves. The government doesn't have anything to give. They don't produce any good or service. All they can do is spend money. They spend money on the workers to build the road. In order to pay off that spending, they have to tax us. So the government basically says, hey, build a road, build a park, build a library, build this, build that, and then we do it, and then we have to pay for it via taxes. So every dollar the government spends has to be repaid by us via taxes. They have nothing to give. It sounds nice when the government is providing a library. They're providing stimulus checks. They're providing this, providing that, but they're really not. They're just controlling the production of stuff. Because at the end of the day, real people have to actually do that labor. The government just says, build this, build that, and we do it. So the more the government spends, the more we move towards socialism. So people will look at America and see the cost of living is crazy, and they'll blame capitalism because greedy corporations, right? That's what they say. But everybody's greedy. We're always greedy all the time. The reason things get very expensive is because the government spends a lot of money and they inflate the money supply. That puts an upward pressure on prices. It's not because of capitalism. In fact, I think capitalism is what brings prices down. Yeah, we have a blend between capitalism and socialism. And when you look at the national debt of about $37 trillion, we're pretty socialist. So don't say capitalism doesn't work because of how America is doing right now. Because we're not very capitalist. If we were, things would be more affordable. Capitalism works because it gives a reward for producing stuff. And you absolutely need a reward to produce stuff. Just think about it. If you're not going to get any additional benefit for working, would you ever work? Would you get out of bed and commute however long to work 8 hours, commute back? No, you wouldn't. Unless you absolutely just are in love with your job. You're not going to work for nothing. So you absolutely need an incentive to produce. An incentive to produce goods and services. You absolutely need it. And that is the beauty of capitalism. While that may not be the definition of capitalism, that is the effect. It creates a reward for making stuff. If you improve the lives of others, you get rewarded with money. The only way to get rich in a real capitalist society is if you produce more than you consume. And in a free market, it's a voluntary exchange. If you're watching this, good chance this is upsetting you. This is just my opinion. You can disagree with me, that's fine. I'll see you in the comments. We can have a debate. I like it. But I think capitalism is the best economic system. The only one that works. And America is not fully capitalist. We're pretty socialist.